my newspaper. The New York Times. I'm supposed to have it delivered here twice a week. See, about a month ago, a nice girl, a volunteer from Hands on Nashville or Girl Scouts or Red Cross or somewhere, she came and placed my subscription online. Said I'd receive it real soon, but I haven't. So first I thought maybe it was some of those other old biddies around here taking my paper out the mail. So I went to the bulletin board and put up a big sign on orange paper. It said, "The New York Times newspaper is to be delivered to Dorothy Mildred Williams Stone, not the general residence of the Nashville Retired Teacher Center Assisted Living, and thieving vagrants go to hell." That's what I wrote. That is what I wrote. And yes, I am Miss Williams Stone, hyphenated. There were some of us back in the 50s who held on to part of our maiden names. See, Nashville really is a little more progressive than they give us credit for. A little. Maybe it's because of all the universities and thinking people. I mean, not that you have to be at a university to think, but, you know, there is TSU and Vanderbilt and Fisk and Belmont and probably 8 or 9, 10, 11 others. You know, it was TSU that brought me back here in 52. See, now I'm from here. Lived right off of Jefferson Street all my life. But once I graduated from Pearl High in 46, I went off to New York City. See, I was going to sing and dance and wear short dresses, you know, above the knee. And I was good. But see, the whole time I'd been there, I was corresponding with Hezekiah Stone. See, I'd known him all my life. We've been raised together, and well, that's one thing about Nashville that hasn't changed, just the social circles, the way everybody knows everybody. Well, see, back then it was church. See, we all went to First Baptist Capitol Hill, and both of our mothers got their hair done at Eliza's Press and Curl, and we all lived in North Nashville, and, well, we went to every NAACP meeting we could get into. Well, see, Hezekiah, he asked me to marry him and all, and, well, he got his job at the history department at TSU, and I couldn't ask him not to take it, so I came on back here, and he found me a little position at the church with the newsletter. Speaking of that, I want my newspaper. Watching y'all. So anyway, so I came on back to Nashville, and it was pretty good. We had a nice life, got involved in the civil rights movement and all. Y'all know about Nashville and the civil rights, don't you? About how Nashville was really the model for the sit-in movement. Martin Luther King himself, Jr., said that Nashville was the place they all needed to come to and learn about the sit-in movement. And we did it. It was Hezekiah and James Lawson and Luby and Kelly Miller Smith, all of those people who helped to make it the way it is for us here today. And it's nice. I mean, things have changed in some ways. I mean, right now today, you can go on down to the downtown library, the big one, the nice new one, you know. They got a whole room talking about us and our freedom movement. They do. And see, years ago, right at that spot, it was a Woolworths. Y'all know about that? I couldn't go in there and buy a pair of shoes and chewing gum without somebody spitting on me. Well, I'm going to tell you, it's been 58 years since I've been spit on. How long for you, baby? Well, anyway, so let me tell you, what was I talking about? My newspaper. Y'all don't forget about my newspaper. So anyway, y'all think I need to go check in the trash cans? Maybe the janitor's been taking my newspaper, taking each section apart and throwing it away in a different can. I'm going to check on that now. Well, anyway, about Nashville, things have gotten a bit better. You know, in my day, it was just the black and the white, and that was all. But now you got the Hispanics and the Cubans and the Kurdish, and I like them all. It's all real good to me. Not everybody really believes that, though. Did y'all hear about that English-only referee or referendum or something? Seems like a lot of folks just need a referee to get along with their neighbors these days. I'll tell you. But let me tell you something else that bothers me. It's these school districts. I've been reading in the paper when I get my paper. I've been reading about how they're trying to redraw these district lines, and it seems to me they're just really trying to resegregate the schools. I know. It seems like somebody needs to call the mayors. I make phone calls myself. Let me tell you, I called the bank, and they told me, yes, ma'am, we sent your money to the Times. And then I called the New York Times, and they said, yes, ma'am, we got your subscription, and we sent your paper on 16 issues. 16 So then I called the Postal Service. Hated that old recorded voice. For postage rates, press 1. For international tracking, press 2. I pressed every button I could on that phone until I finally got me a freezing person. You know, that woman said to me, "Ma'am, the postal delivery professionals, mailman, they bring your mail in the rain, sleet, or snow. I'm sure it has been delivered." Well, if it had been delivered, I'd have it, wouldn't I? Rain, sleet, and snow. They thought I was one of them old women who don't talk about nothing but the weather and thinks the world is out to get them. Well, I could have told her I taught English literature at Pearl High for 38 years. I can quote Shakespeare and Keats and Hughes and Clifton, all of them. I didn't tell her, but you know the weather has been something, hasn't it? I mean, just this winter, we got about a foot of snow. And it was 90 degrees in May, and Lord, that flood, I believe God is trying to tell us something. Baby, what was I telling you just a minute ago? I was telling you about Hezekiah and me and Nashville and all that. See, I look around and I really do believe things are getting better because not that it's all about race, but see, I see all these salt and pepper couples walking around. And you know, once the body starts coupling, then everybody kind of gets together. Well, at least that's what I think. I don't know. People ask me all the time how it is, and me and Hezekiah made it for 56 years. I mean, we loved each other. It was good. We were friends. But really, it was the honeydew with Pruitt that did it. Anytime I get real mad at Hezekiah, "Honey, do me a favor and go on the program, get me some strawberries, and go to the program in Green Hills, because you know they got better produce than us." He go on, it take him a long time, and I just relax and cool off. Maybe Baby, you remember about that honeydew at Kroger, you remember that. Now, but really, people thought once Hezekiah died, I would leave Nashville, maybe go on back to New York City, the way I was always talking about that big city. I wouldn't. No way I'd leave Nashville. Not me. Why? Why wouldn't I leave Nashville? Well, maybe it's the way people look at you in the eye and they say hello. They don't really do that. Then again, really, I think it's the biscuits at the Loveless Cafe and the hot chicken. Lord, don't nobody have hot chicken like Princess. Woo!